Hello everyone, I like to go through very interesting decisions by Hans Niemann in classical chess in his over-the-board tournaments. So as we know, his rating has improved a lot in the last 18 months, and here are some of the best wins. So in this position, he's playing white against Icelandic Grandmaster Gretarsson. And here, Hans decide to protect the pawn on f4. Logical. Now bishop e7 played, and what to do with white. So if I were to look at this position, I would consider rook h1. This doesn't work. Black would take, you take here, and here you simply take on g5, and you're okay with the black pieces. You can give a check, but the king escapes, and black is doing fine. So in this position, Hans played bishop g3, attacking h7. So now logical will be e4 as an answer to that. This is losing because you take, give a check, and here rook h1 is a super strong move. On h6 only move, bishop c3, and you have this long diagonal pin, and rook h6 is a checkmate threat. So over here, you're threatening rook take h6. There is no good defense, and black has to give up a piece, and it's worse. Alright, so bishop g3 played, h6 played by black. We'll move 20, and here, not so easy to find your way with white. So what are the moves to consider? Well, obviously you cannot take on h6 because of the bishop would take the rook on h4. So logical would be rook h5. You defend g5, and now you're threatening to take. This is not good because black would take, check. Here the best move would be f5. Black has a good move, bishop f6. And if you give a check here, you don't have anything for white. The only try will be to sack a piece, give a check. But here, white has to repeat the move, and it will be a draw. So this is a computer variation showing that rook h5 is not the right move. So after h6, you could consider rook e1, rook h1, rook h5. But Hans played rook h2, and that is the best move. And it's very difficult to find, but now the rook is well positioned. You can do rook h1 next, and in the game, after knight c5, white takes here, and of course, black takes over here. But in this position, taking, and finally rook h1, threatening rook h7. The game bishop g5 is played, giving a check, and black had to find the best move, king f6. Instead, king g6 played, and now rook 7, another mistake, bishop e6, and here simply white is winning by taking a pawn, and after rook f6, rook e1, you threaten this piece, and after defending and exchanging, simply knight e2, threatening to take f4 by giving check, completely winning for white. But I think it was extremely difficult and impressive to find the following moves: rook h4, bishop g3, and then rook h2, following by excellent play by white, winning a very clean game. Now, there's been some controversy, around ChessBase engine game correlation. In this game, Hans scored 100%, the maximum, and it's been checked that Magnus only had 2 games in his entire career at that level, but that measure may not be relevant. Another measure which is relevant would be on Lichess, and I'll show you here. You have accuracy, and you have centi-pawns accuracy. Essentially, the centi-pawns loss would be to compare the best move to the human move and measure that in a 100th of a pawn. So if, let's say, your move is +1, but the best Stockfish move is +2, you're losing 100 centi-pawns or a whole pawn. So that's the logic, but better is accuracy as explained on screen. If you do accuracy, you're going to have a better matrix because that's going to check whether you were winning or not and how dominant you were in the game. 100% is the maximum score, 0% is the worst score. In this particular game, Hans Niemann scored 95% accuracy and 11 average centi-point loss. So 11 centi-point loss is very low, 95% is very high. If you use ChessBase, 100% correlation with the engine. So clearly it is a fantastic game by Hans here with the white pieces. But let's move to another of these high accuracy, very well played game by Hans. The second game is Ostrovskyi-Niemann plays in Charlotte, USA 2020. Why am I bringing this game up in this position? Then on top you can see Niemann has 1 inaccuracy, 17 average centi-point loss, and 93% accuracy. Again, very high. That's Lichess statistics. At the bottom of the screen, a chess-based screen, engine game correlation, only 40% for white, and Hans Niemann 100% engine correlation. Once again, don't know if you can conclude anything on that, but that is why a lot of GMs are focusing on this game. You can find a number of games with these stats, which is pretty unusual even at top level. Now, let's see in this game how did Hans win with the black pieces. And here he had to find the best move, which is approved by Stockfish, Queen h3. Obviously, he's ready to give the knight because here it will take the knight and the knight moves, then had f3 and a winning attack. So in the game, white play rook a1, but here very strong g5, ready if white were to take back. With a g pawn in the game, there was take, rook a d1, and here a brilliant move. King g7, preparing rook h8, and there's no defense against queen h1. So again, a simple example, but everything was hinging on a very strong move, queen h3. Now let me see a third game, and we can go to the critical position once again. This third and last game, Hans Niemann 2021 over the board chess playing Ben Li, and he has the black pieces. Why did I pick that game? You can see on top 8 average centi-point loss, 97% accuracy according to Lichess, and for ChessBase engine game correlation, 100% for black. So yes, of course, white is a weaker player, but in this case, we can see it's a fairly long game, and there was no question that Hans won from the beginning to the end, giving no chance to his opponent. So let's go to the game, and let's see how the game unfolded. And here, Niemann finds the best move. 94 is the way to strike with black. So here, white has a pin. So what did Hans Niemann do? Breaking the pin with g5. Even though you're opening your king, he does not care and continues with his plan. Obviously, taking the center because of rook e8 would be winning the queen if the queen takes. And now we can see we have opposite bishops, but the white king did not castle. So it's already a better position for black. And here, this is tricky because white is trying to attack. So what is the best move in the position? found by Hans Niemann, King G7. And next, what happened was Bishop D7, Rook E7, best move, Bishop C6, Rook D8, and the game continues. Rook D6, great plan, and black is solid. As the game continues, and here we are winning with the black pieces, threatening Rook H2, devastating attack, white try to survive, H5, a beautiful way to finish this game, and that's how the game finished. And white resigned because on King H4 you finish with Bishop E7, checkmate. So once again, a very straightforward win. Again, I'm gonna put the stats here. The Junior US Championship, near flawless performance by Hans Niemann, and that's where the debate is in the chess world right now, because even if you don't take into account any online admission by Hans Niemann, this over-the-board performance is quite good, raising questions, and the chess world is waiting to hear more about that in the coming weeks or months, and hopefully go beyond that so that we can enjoy watching the best chess players in the world without having in the back of our mind, is there something fishy, right? And I hope you will excuse this pun on words, and I see you in the next